I have a separate video for the bobbin case threading. It's very important to do it right. Lift the presser foot, so release the tension in the tension disc here. And we are going to, perhaps the best is to just lock the thread on the upper spool, so it doesn't run from the spool. This bracket here, we are going to just grab the thread with the right and left hand, put tension on it, and just insert it from behind the bracket. It's going to slide in there. You can also insert it from the side. Then we go inside this bracket, and then you put the thread against this plate, and if you move it just like this with some tension, it's going to slide right in between the two rear tension discs. So basically we want to get it in there from the right side and from underneath this bracket there. This machine has two needles, so you can also put it here, but this is really the second thread, the second needle thread. The first one goes in there. With tension on it, we want just to go with the thread all around that disc, and it's going to come on the left side here, and I'm going to just try myself with one hand. What we want to do is just grab the thread and put tension on it. It's going to lift that little spring. And basically what we want to do with this kind of tension is just position the thread on this notch here. So let's try it. Again, you need to hold the thread from both sides. It's going to move by itself, lift it upwards, upwards, upwards. You see the thread is right about to go in there. A small click. Now that little spring drops in place, and the thread is right here, again in between the two first pair of the washers, and it's now inside this spring. So the thread sits inside this kind of loop here. For the remaining, we just go up and we pass the thread into this hole from right to left. We go down. On this machine we have a bracket here. The way it goes, you just put tension at the bottom and at the top of the thread and just slide it with some force. It's going to make a small click right to left, and it's going to arrive in this small hole. Then at the bottom here, the thread will enter this cut from left to right. I suggest you do this after inserting the thread in the needle. It's just easier, but again you need to use both hands to put tension and move it from left to right with tension. On this unit, the needle has a flat face, and the flat face of the needle goes towards the rear of the machine. So as you keep the needle with your hand, it's going to have a flat face and a round face. You put the flat face towards the rear of the machine because it's a flat face machined into this bracket, so it has to match the needle one. And the thread inside the needle goes from front to rear on this sewing machine. Once you get the thread inside and by the way, this is difficult because if you use one of those thread catching tiny wires that you insert in the needle, you need to insert that from behind the needle, and you don't have enough space because of the presser foot. That's more difficult on this model. Anyway, so the thread will go from front to rear and just pass it underneath, and in between the presser foot there is a cut in that presser foot, and it goes to the rear of the machine. Again, I have another video showing how to correctly, because there are two ways, and if you go the wrong way, if you insert it in the wrong notch, the first, there is two notches in there, then it's going to keep breaking the thread. And your owner manuals are very poorly showing this, so there are two notches in there. You need to watch my other video. This is the bottom notch, top notch. You need to pass the thread first on the bottom notch behind the spring metal plate and exit at the top notch, and just keep it like that. Again, watch my other video for details, and the thread will just hang freely, no tension at the front of the machine. The presser foot is up, This is the top thread, and we are going to rotate the counter, the hand wheel this way. Top comes towards you, a full rotation. We're going just to let it happen, because we want to bring the thread from the bobbin to come out instead through this notch there. Let's see what happens. The thread that goes now deep in there, which is the top thread, will actually hook this thread from the bobbin inside and bring it out. When the needle comes out, will bring it out by that notch. Start to focus. Give me just a second, try to adjust the focus. Focus. Okay, let's try like this. There's no tension on either thread. A full rotation until the needle comes out and clears the area. Just about this. This is the tip of the needle here. It's about there. And what we want to do now is use some sort of a stick. I'm sure if you see, there is a thread. This is the thread from above, from the needle. This is the same thread, but now it stays in there because it did hook the bottom thread. So what you want to do is grab both ends. It's just my camera going crazy a little bit. Let's give it a moment. Okay, so we need to grab both ends. Be sure to grab this thread as well with tension on it, not just the upper thread. If you grab just this end of the thread, this one will go inside, and it's not what you want to do. So both ends of the same thread, bring them out just about this, and from there I'm going to try to grab it with my hands. So this is the same thread. It doesn't matter if it makes a loop. Be sure to grab the other end as well and make sure it's long enough, and you will see the thread from the bobbin will appear in a moment. Just bring them out. You see the thread from the bobbin starts sliding inside. It should appear in a moment. This is the bobbin thread. That small loop, this is what we want to bring out. Now notice this end of the outer thread, this end here that has tension on it, it's connected to the needle, so I cannot pull more on it. This is the other end. It's hard to see them perhaps, but this is the free end of the thread from the needle, which I try to catch but I can't. This is the free end from the thread from the bobbin. This is the whole thread this is the entire thread from the needle that you see on the left, all this loop, 3 ends. And what you see the loop there is the thread from the bobbin coming out. Just grabs it like this. Notice how it slides inside. You have to get it all inside and come out. The free end will come out now. This is thread from the bobbin now. So basically just detangle them, make sure they are separate. It's 2 threads that I have here, 2 ends, and just detangle them. Just pay attention. So this is from the needle. I'll let it drop at the rear, and this is now from the bobbin, coming from the little hole. Also will just sit at the rear of the machine, and now I'm ready just to slide a material, fabric. We just slide the fabric front to rear, so you don't move this thread from the position. Just slide fabric like this. Press a foot and